Um, I'm Jane Mark, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm the president of SoCool Inc. And my partner Phil is sitting next to me at his computer. The webinar that we're going to do today is on SoCool. And we're going to do various things on SoCool. It's not going to be just the regular webinar that we usually do on SoCool. You'll see why in a minute. So first we're going to go over some of the major parts of SoCool. And then we have a new plan, not a new plan for SoCool, but in addition to SoCool, which we actually want to kick around with you guys. Because we would like to get your feedback on a few of the things that we're thinking about. And then at the end, we're going to have a really special bonus tonight for those of you who are on the call. So the way I'd like to begin today is to tax your brains for a minute. I'm going to ask you a question, and I'd like you to type the answer into the chat box, and Phil's going to read me a few, and we're going to see how clued in you are to SoCool. The first question I'm going to ask you is, what is the strongest feature of SoCool? What's the strongest feature of SoCool? Now, if you're absolutely new to SoCool, you have no idea, that's fine. But for those of you, and I see we've got founding members here, what's the strongest feature of SoCool? Just type something in there. Wait, I'm getting an answer. Phil's laughing. What? Okay, if you know nothing about SoCool, that's fine. You are soon going to find out about SoCool. Yes, okay, that's what we got. One that says post to 86 social media sites. That's one of the strongest features of SoCool, but not possibly the strongest. Soens, that's a good start. What about Soens? SoCool, we're going to talk a lot about SoCool in a minute. Good answers. And my love, Frank Sousa, and very good friend, says Jane and Phil. Thank you, Frank. Okay, you were all, many of you were talking around it. That's it. Okay, who said that? Okay, Keith. Hey, Keith, how are you? Keith Darby got it right. This is what I think is the strongest part of SoCool. We use Soens to build a list for you, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. And you can email that list every 3 days. Let me say that again. It is very tough, guys, as many of you know, to build a list online. But without lists, you really cannot do business online. They are the heart and soul of your business. And Phil and I are list builders, so we know how difficult it is to build a list. So when we first started SoCool, we said, what can we put in here that will help members get a list built for them? And what we do, and we'll get to this a little bit later, is that we use these little magic credits called Soens to automatically build a list for you. So that is the strongest feature. Now, you were absolutely right. Another strong feature is that we can post to 86 social media sites with one click and targeted blogs. So that's a very important part of SoCool, but it's not the most, in my mind, it's not the most important part of SoCool. Now, somebody mentioned SoCool. SoCool is a posting site, and now I'm going to log in so that we can start to get very specific here about what SoCool is about. Okay, we'll log in. When you log in, first log into your account, you're going to see this, CoolWall, which we're going to get to a little bit later. But CoolWall now has 1,460,000 494 viewers. That's a lot of people by anyone's stretch of the imagination. So you're going to want to be posting on CoolWall, and I'm going to show you how that's done a little bit later. But for the time being, we're going to go right into the members area. And I want you to notice, because people go into the members area and they go, what is it? Where do I go? There are really 3 or 4 very important parts of SoCool. You can learn all of these other boxes at your leisure, but there are 3 or 4 things that you need to know about SoCool that are very important. The first thing is that it's an affiliate program and you can earn money. So you have 2 affiliate links. One's here, and this sends people to a sales page, and the second one is here, and that sends people to your posted page. So if you want to see what your posted page looks like, mine looks like a lot of stuff, because what you want to put on your posted page is certainly your picture, and you want to put programs that you're involved in. If you make videos, you can put them over here. You can do a lot with your posted page so that when you send people here, and they can sign up from your posted page, so you can earn money from your posted page or the sales page. But you want to set up a business-like posted page so that when people come to it, they get to know who you are. Now, I see many people, even our silver and gold members, I go to their profile pages when they email me or whatever, and there's nothing on them. If you have nothing on your profile page, do not send it out as your affiliate link, because it really does look silly. It's very easy to go and set up your profile page. Go to settings, and you'll see that you can add a bio, you can choose your background, you can set your notices to receive emails, not receive emails. So the first place you want to go to settings is settings, and that will help you set up your posted page. The next most important part of SoCool is this top line. If you never go past the first 3 lines in SoCool, you'll be fine, except I'm gonna stop there and say, no, that's not true. We do have a big training session, and for those of you who are new, you want to watch this demo, live web demo, because that will really walk you through most of the parts of SoCool. We have training videos that are very short, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, that will walk you through some of these things that you see. So yes, you do want to go past lines 1 and 2, but these are your most important places. There are 3 places to post on SoCool. One is called a post message box. And what this is just, if you're Twitter members, which I'm sure most of you are, this is just a short message that you post in this post message box. And for today's purposes, because this is so much like Twitter, I'm not going to even usually I do a demo on a short post. It is not the place that I like to post on SoCool, and I'll tell you why. Let's go back into the members area. I go directly, I skip this, I pass go, and I don't pay $200. I go right to post on SoCool. Now, why do I want to make a post on SoCool? All of our posting boxes, which are 3, post message, SoCool, and CoolWall, which I showed you on the way in, all of them go out to the major social media sites like Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and FriendFeed and all of the ones that I'll show you in a minute where you can see them. So it doesn't matter where you post on SoCool, in the sense that you can always check the box to make your post go out to all the social media sites. The reason I use SoCool is because, and let's actually go in there, add a new SoCool. Now, this is going to bring you to a much bigger posting box, but what it is really is just a posting box. So, but it's much more effective than the small, short post message box. And here's why. Whenever you go to any of our posting places at SoCool, it will give you a chance to post on all of the social media sites, which I do. So I'm going to check that box. It will allow you to select targeted blogs. And I'm not going to go into what the targeted blogs are because I do a lot of training on that in the training tape that I showed you. But you're allowed to choose 2 targeted blogs. They all have names. You want to make them relevant to what you're posting. I'm going to post something on SoCool in a minute. So this is Cool Social Media. I'm going to check that. And we'll do, we don't want to do cool diets. If I'm posting about social media, I don't want to post on these are blogs, by the way, that we're posting on. So Cool Entrepreneur, that's kind of a catch-all, and I'll check that. Now, here's why I post on SoCool. If you check this box, allow posts to ping additional weblogs, it does not matter if you have 1 friend at Facebook, no friends, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. It doesn't matter if you have not built up your social media sites. Let's say you have 10 Twitter followers or 100. It does not make any difference because when you ping the weblogs, and I think a lot of people don't understand this about SoCool, that you can make this post and never ever select any of the social media sites, or even if you select them and you only have a few people at some of them that are following you, your post will still appear or can still appear depending on what you say in your post, and I'm going to show you this in a minute. Your post can appear on the first page of Google very, very quickly. So that's why I use SoCool, because even you can make a short post here. You don't have to post long, but you always want to check this box to ping the weblogs. When you ping a weblog, for those of you who may be new on the net, without getting too technical, what it means is you're telling the search engines, pay attention to me. There's some new content that just came on the net. And so that's what SoCool is offering you when you use SoCool. And there is no other social media site that I am aware of on the net that pings 33 weblogs when you make a post on it. It ain't happening. It's only at SoCool. Okay, so I pre-wrote an article. Oop, I got to pop you guys over here so I can copy it. Wait a minute. I'm having a technical problem here, guys. There it goes. Okay. All right. So this is a long article that I wrote. If you're not a prolific writer, you don't have to write this long an article. But I wrote an article on why you should use SoCool. And I'm now going to post it in the SoCool box. So why use SoCool? It's so cool to make your social media sites. And basically my article is telling people about just what I told you, that you can ping the weblogs, and you can read the article later. But I want to show you why what the reasons are that I actually make a post here. Now you can format it. I'm not going to take a lot of time to do that, but I like to make it flush left. And I like to give the headline. I like to bold it. So we'll make it bold and we'll make it a little bigger. And I'll show you why this is important. You can do whatever you want with it. You can go as fancy or as not fancy as you like. And I'm going to separate this line. Okay, so you can also add a logo, which I always do, with some sort of graphic to your post down here. You can add a video. And so when you're finished with this, you're going to get quite an interesting post, which I'm going to show you. So remember, before I put this in, I said I wanted to post on all of the social networks. I want to ping the weblogs to let them know I'm putting content up here. And then I selected 2 blogs that are relevant to what I'm posting about. All right, so now let's save the post. And here's where it gets really interesting. Takes a couple of seconds to save it. Okay, so here's my article that I just posted. Here's an edit button in case I made a mistake or I want to later on change the title. You can edit this at any time you want. And let's go take a look at what I just posted. All right, now, here's why this is so interesting. I posted this long SoCool thing, right? It's a whole thing on why you should use this particular posting box. If you notice, it's got a big banner here, which is kind of a nice flashy banner. It's got my logo up here. This automatically inserts to all of your posts. If you make a post about something, somebody sees it and they're not the slightest bit interested in it, which happens from time to time, they still may be interested in what SoCool is. If they click on this, they will get to your SoCool affiliate link. So it actually not only accomplishes your actual post of what you want to say, but it's also really a builder of your SoCool list, because people may get curious and then they can sign up under you. Now, here's what's really nifty. If you look in my browser, you'll see that when I made this post, I generated a unique link. I can now take this unique link and post it wherever I want. I can send it out in an email. I can post it on a site that maybe we don't carry, which I can't imagine, but you know, there are some posting sites that we don't use at SoCool. But what I'm going to use it for is to post on our other very powerful posting box, which is CoolWall. So you saw I just copied this link, which was generated when I made this post. And I'm going to go back in the members area. And now I'm going to post on CoolWall. Now, notice I didn't post anything on the short post message box. You're certainly welcome to do that. And actually, if you're a free member, you don't have a choice. You need to use the short one. But these are much more powerful posts. So now I'm going to CoolWall. And remember, the reason CoolWall has so many members on it, 1.4 million, is because there are sites all over the net that carry CoolWall on their site. They do not want to see direct ads posted. So we have some rules. On SoCool, you can post any links you like. On your post message box, you can post any links you like. Not on CoolWall. On CoolWall, and you'll notice that some of our members posting, you can talk about something and you can send people to your SoCool posted page. But you can't, like Frank Sousa just did and is going to get banned in a minute. If my support team sees this, Frank, you're in big trouble. You may not. I'm glad he did this, because this isn't what happens. Because Phil is going to go in and he's going to ban Frank right now, and that post is going to disappear. You can only post certain kinds of links on CoolWall. And the reason really is very simple. People who have sites on the net do not want to see a bunch of ads. So what we do, and we don't ban you permanently, you just have to grovel and promise you will never do it again, and then we unban you. But as you can see, most people have their posted link on here. Or if you generate a SoCool link, you are allowed to put your SoCool link on here. So let me show you how we make a post on CoolWall. I'm just going to go, why use SoCool to make your posts on SoCool. Read more here. And then I'm going to take that link that you just saw me generate and I'm going to post it here. Now that's a perfectly legal kind of link because this has content and it's an article, and so nobody who's carrying SoCool on their own sites is going to argue with that. The same thing that we did on SoCool you can do here. Post on all networks. Now, suppose you don't want to post on all networks. Suppose you're only a member of Facebook, let's say, and Twitter, or some of the other things, LinkedIn. You can actually deselect the ones you don't want to post to. I always post on all the networks. That doesn't mean I have a ton of followers or friends or whatever on each one of them. But whoever is following me there will get the post. So I always select that. And then I select my 2 blogs. This one happens to be Cool Blogger, so I'm going to select that, and I'm going to do social media again. And all you do in order to have your post show all over the net on these literally hundreds of sites that carry CoolWall, plus your social media sites, is just hit update. And it takes a few seconds, and then it flips over. And now your post is showing on CoolWall, and it's also showing, let's just pop over to Facebook, and I'll show you what it looks like on Facebook. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to lose all my sites because I'm so terrible at doing these toggle things, but let's go over to Facebook. And we'll go to my profile. Now you're going to see the last 2 posts that I made. This was the first post that I made in that big SoCool box, and as you can see, what happens is it just takes my subject line and then it makes a bit.ly out of it, because obviously you don't want to post a 600, 1,000 word article. But if somebody clicks on that, they go right back to what I posted there. So that was the first post, and here's the second post, which I made on CoolWall. What that does is take you back to my original post, and people can find it there. So even though you can certainly use the short message post box, which, Frank, if you're going to use a link, use the post message or SoCool. Don't post the link on, I'm never going to let them forget this. Don't post the link on CoolWall. Because we really, I have a support team. The first place they go when in the morning is to CoolWall to see if anybody posted a link, and then they go into the admin and they ban them. And the last place they go before they leave at the end of the day is into CoolWall to see if anybody posted a link, and then they ban them. And it's really more serious than that, guys. It's not so much that we're an advertising site, so we want you to advertise. But you really should reserve your posts on CoolWall for more informative, let's put it this way, things than simply letting people know about a website or, the best thing since sliced bread or whatever. You want to get known on CoolWall as kind of an expert in your field. So you want to keep it chatty or informational or funny or inspirational, but you don't want to post links there. Okay, so how do you find all of these social media sites that we're posting to? In this last box on line 1, if you click on it, it will open up all of the sites that we post to on SoCool. So as you can see, we've got Twitter and Digo and Facebook and Multiply and Blogger and Chatham, a lot of different sites. If you're a free member, you only really post on SoCool and FriendFeed, and that's fine to begin with because it gives you if you go in there and you set up your FriendFeed account and you get familiar with using the post message box, at some point you're going to want to upgrade. And when you do, all of these networks will be open to you. And all you do is join these networks if you're not members of them. And where it says in yours, when you first join, it'll say add network. And you open it up and it'll ask you for your username and password mostly, or your email address, or whatever you signed up with in these sites. Down here are the targeted blogs that we post to. You do not need to join all of these blogs. If you're not a pet person, there is no reason you want to join Cool Pets if you're not going to be posting about pets. If you are not in the art world, like Walter Barbarian, who's here with us today, you are not going to want to join Cool Art. So look through these. They hit a lot of, if you're in the advertising business, yes, you do want to join the Cool Advertising blog or Cool SEO. If you're in games, you want to join that. But only join the blogs that are relevant to what your business is online, because you're not going to be able actually to post on non-relevant blogs. These things, I don't think I showed you this, but we keyed in keywords to when you go to select a blog. And if you're posting about something that doesn't have one of the keywords that relates to the site, to the blog you're trying to post to, you can click the box, but I guarantee you it won't show up on the blogs. And there's a reason for that. In order for a blog to be successful, and you want your post to be successful, it has to contain content that is relevant. In the beginning, before we realized what people were doing, people were posting about health products on the wedding blog. Or, or they were posting weddings on the pet blog. So that's not going to fly. It really makes your blogs useless for you if the content is not relevant, because what happens is Google and all the search engines just completely ignore the blog and the post. So these do have keywords, and if your post does not have some of these keywords in it, and you click pets, but you're posting about, some Wealth to Extreme program or some, business op, it's not going to appear on the blog. So don't waste your time and join the blog. Don't join the blogs that you're not actually going to have relevant content for. Now, I said to you that the reason I use SoCool is because you can often get your SoCool posts, if they contain interesting content, up on Google. So I obviously just posted this one, what did we call this? Why use SoCool? Okay, so obviously it's not going to be up there yet, but let's see what is. Let's type in why use SoCool at SoCool. Let's type that in. Okay, so all I did was type that into Google. Here are some posts that I've made or somebody's made at earlier times. This is a SoCool post, and it is appearing obviously on the front page of Google when people are looking for either SoCool or SoCool or something related. Here's another SoCool post. Here's another SoCool post. These are all coming out of SoCool. Now, your posts in the post message box, the little short box, or even on CoolWall, are in all likelihood not going to show up ever on Google. But because of the unique link, and I think most people don't realize this, even those of you who've used SoCool for many moons now, how powerful it is to have a unique link that Google recognizes as a unique link. Nobody else has it in the world. It's only your link. So you can often get listed with your SoCool posts on the front page of Google under the keywords, of course, that you're using in there. Okay, so let's go back to SoCool and let's talk about the email part of this, because when we started, I said, what's the most important part of SoCool? To me, Phil, can you go into admin and just clear my clock? Because I'm sure I mailed today, so I want to be able to show people. Okay, the emailer. It is the most important part of SoCool, because when you have a list, and I'm going to show you right now how we build that list for you automatically. When you have a list, and when that list is on SoCool, you are reaching the contact emails, the emails that people signed up to SoCool with that they had to validate. You are reaching them at their contact address. Those are the most powerful kinds of emails that you can send out. So I want you to first notice this little box up at the top right. It's got 74,875,889. These are Soens. Remember, we build your list for you. You do not have to build your own list at SoCool. We do it by using what we call Soens, which are really credits that you get. Now, how do you get these Soens in your account? Because you're going to want to use them, which I'll show you in a minute. When you signed up to SoCool, you automatically got a certain amount of Soens in your account. If you signed up free, you got 10,000 Soens in your account. If you upgraded to silver, you got 7.5 million Soens in your account. So, and anywhere in between, you get different amounts of Soens in your account, and you can check that right here. You can always see the number of Soens that you have. And how do you know that it's building a list for you? If you go and look in your posted page, and you scroll down a little on the right-hand side, you'll see that I have 14,653 people who are tracking me. And I'm tracking 368. So this is where you go to find out how many people you have on your list. This is a list, and in a minute I'm going to email that list. Now, it is so easy to get Soens, and you want to get Soens, because let's say you signed up free. Your people are going to claim your Soens, and you're going to run out of them very fast. So let's go in to the Soens area, and I'll show you what I mean. This is Soens and trackers. You want to go in here and take a look around. The first place you want to go is you want to go to earn Soens, because let's say that you don't have any Soens in your account. You signed up free. We made an auto offer for you. You will have a certain amount of people on your list, at least 10, just even when you're free, but then this is going to read 0. So you want to get this number back up. So go to earn Soens. What you'll see here is a list of people at SoCool who are bribing you. Phil says inducing you. I say they're bribing you with Soens, and they want you to track them. So what do? They offer Soens. For example, this is a user, Super Cyber, who's offering 500,000 Soens for you to track him. Okay? This person's offering 450,000. My dog Cuddles is offering 422,000, and I'm offering 425,000 102 Soens. Now, so you can see that people offer high numbers of Soens, and you want to pick them up. So if you want to pick up Soens and increase this number, watch this number change in a minute, go to claim Soens. I'm not going to have very many to claim because I claim them every day. My support team goes in here and claims Soens. But as you can see, these are free members that just signed up recently, and we made an auto offer. They don't even know it yet, but this person, Patrick 987, is offering 500 Soens to me if I track him. So what am I going to do? First, I'm going to show you this number again. I want you to watch it change. I'm going to track Patrick. And it's as simple as clicking these. What did I get? I just added 500 Soens to my account. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to track John. I'm going to track Lionel. I'm going to track Mr. Morales. I'm going to track these other two people. Now imagine if you're new, you're going to see all of those people who are offering 500,000 and 400,000 and 100,000. I'm just tracking the people who just came in recently, but as you can see, I added whatever that was, 2,500 Soens to my account. If you go in there now, and let's say you're new, or even if you haven't claimed Soens in a while, you can build this up to millions of Soens in a heartbeat. Now, what do you want to do with those Soens? You want to make an offer just like I made or anyone is making. My offer is 425,000. But let's say you built your account up to 1 million. So you're not going to offer 425,000 if you have 1 million Soens, but you might want to offer 10,000 Soens so that everyone who goes in to claim Soens will see your 10,000 Soen offer, and they will do what I just did. They will track you because they want to build up their Soens account. So now I can change my Soens account, so I'm going to go over the head of who's ever offering 500,000. So I'm going to offer 505,000 to anyone who tracks me. And that's how I'm building up my list to 14,000 people. I'm making a nice high offer. But you guys can go in and claim them right back from me and increase your own account to very high numbers very quickly. So now if we went back to the earned Soens list, and you want to see who's, say, all I did was go over the head of Olekva. I hope I'm saying that right. And I'm now offering 500,000. So we have a lot of bidding wars going on here in these Soens. So first of all, it's fun. But more importantly, it's building a list of trackers for you, and that's what you want. Now, once you have that list, you go back into the members area. And here's where, did you clear my mailer? Okay. So here's where you go to use the mailer. And if those of you came early and were watching what we were doing at Yakimore, this is a very similar kind of mailing. Now, I can mail every 3 days. Phil just cleared my clock for me so that I could mail now. All you do is click on Send Your Message Now. Now, this is not a long post. This is a short 500-character post. But the interesting thing about it is I can, if I click this box, email all followers, I have about 14,000. It will go out to 14,000. If I want to target my posts, I can choose, when you signed up, you all picked 3 areas of interest that interested you. I happened to pick beauty and cosmetics, blogging, pet, and pet supplies. So if I was doing something on pets, I'd only send it to pets or to bloggers or if I was handling a beauty product, I would send it here. In this case, I'm going to check mail to all followers. And all you do here, you can copy and paste, but I don't have a message with me today. So we'll just do thanks for tracking me at SoCool. Stay tuned for some interesting new things about to happen at the site. And then I'll just put my link in, because don't forget, this is going out to all of my trackers, and maybe I want them to see my posted page, so I'll go SoCool.com, because I have recent posts. I better spell it right, though. Posted.SoCool. Now, that's my business page that I showed you right in the beginning, and I'm just going to click. And this is going to go out to all of my trackers. So SoCool provides you probably the easiest list you are ever going to build, because all you need to do is follow other people at SoCool so that you increase your bank here, your Soens bank, so that you can go into the Soens area and make an offer. And then you will build a list, and you will see this number. And in fact, if you go to SoCool stars, you'll see how people are growing a list. I don't mean a list of 10 or 100 people. I'm talking about thousands. Now, Frank Sousa and I are always in a battle here. Who's gonna be the highest recruiter here? But look at all of these people who have grown lists to over 6,000. And there are pages and pages. Here's a list. This goes on and on and on for pages. People who have grown lists to 4,300 or 3,000 and on down to even 1,000. It is so easy to grow this list using Soens. And when you have a list, guys, that's really the way you make sales on the net. Now, you don't want to hit your list all the time until they know you with ads, and more ads. Nobody wants to get that every day. What you want to give your list members is good information. That can involve a site you're involved in, but give them some good information. Why did you join the site? What's unusual about it? What made you excited to join it? What are you an expert in? Teach them something. Give them a tip. So use your list wisely instead of, like peppering people with ads all the time. I keep reading an ad from somebody. I think it's on Yakimore. It starts off with, everybody fails on the net. So look at this site. I actually spoke to the guy, emailed him, and I said, I don't want to know that everybody fails on the net, because once you tell me that in your first sentence, I'm not likely to read all the rest of the cheery things that you have to say to me. So try to be more helpful than telling somebody in an email you're going to fail, and then go on to tell them why they should spend their money if they're going to fail, because that's that's an oxymoron that I don't think most people want to hear. So all I'm saying is use your your list wisely. Okay, now, oh wait, Phil's asking me a question. Time out. What? Oh, Phil's taking the headphones. Okay.
Hey guys. I just had a great question from somebody. It says here, your support team goes in and claims tokens to track them. So in essence, you would be tracking them, and I would eventually email you. However, I'm sure you would never read my email right. I'm just asking. Now, that is an absolutely brilliant question. Our support team goes in and claims tokens for our accounts only. And I'll tell you what we do with them. We read every single email that comes through, and we read every single post, as often as we can every day, because we want to find out what our followers are interested in. There's no point promoting something to your followers if they're not the slightest bit interested in it. So find out what they're doing, find out what they're keen on, and then talk to them about that sort of stuff. You're going to make a lot more sales if you do that.
Yeah, that is a very good question. Yes. I never understood why people in business, and especially in our business in advertising or marketing or whatever your online businesses are, said, I get emails a lot saying, too many emails, don't send me emails, right? And I think to myself, if you're not interested in knowing what's going on in your own field, why are you there? Our business is about emails. And that when I was telling you that when Phil says we read our emails, we read our emails. I read the emails that come out from all of our members, because there aren't that many every day. Maybe there's 10 that come out a day. I don't always read them if I don't like the subject line, and I can see the subject line. If it's something that doesn't interest me, I won't open it. But when I was telling you about that I replied to a guy who sent out something on Yakima about failing, it's because I wanted to help him. I read his email and I said, oh my God, this person is never going to make any sales, because they're approaching sales in a whole wrong way. I mean, people don't want to be hit over the head. So at least that's my opinion. When I market, I want to hit people over the head and tell them, oh my God, spend your money because you're going to fail. So it's a good question. Who asked that? Chet? That was a very good question, Chet. But if you don't think that marketers and successful ones on the net don't read people's emails, you're dead wrong. We read them all the time. We want to know what people are doing. Sometimes I find great programs that I didn't know anything about, and I'll approach somebody and say, can we do a JV or whatever? So yes, Phil and I both read our emails, and you need to get rid of the attitude like, why are you sending me all this junk email? Read what's coming from people on the list. Certainly read what's coming from top marketers, because they usually have their fingers into something that's reasonable, not all the time, but sometimes. Emails are very important, and yes, we really do read them. Okay, now I want to do two things because we're kind of running out of time here. The first thing is, Phil, if you'll put up the follow along link, because I want people, we forgot to put up the follow along link because I started this with a question, but we have certain bullet points that you just might want to just copy the follow along link so that you can refresh your memory. There are a lot of aspects of SoCool that we didn't go over tonight, but I wanted you to realize that there are 3 posting boxes. One is much more powerful than the other 2, and that's SoCool. And that the emails that you send out are critical. They're really critical, because without a list, it's very difficult to function online and to develop a real business online. So in light of that, Phil put together an interesting offer for those of you who are new and you really want to take a serious look at it. So Phil, can you put up the offer? Okay. So, and I'm going to open it up so you can see. Most of what, just click it. Is it this one? That's not the special that we're offering, is it? Okay, well, this is the follow along link, and you should copy this because it just gives you some notes on SoCool. But what I want to show you, because some of you right in the beginning said, I'm really new to SoCool and I don't really know what it's about, which is fair enough. But almost all of the things I showed you today, you cannot do as a free member. And it's fine to stay a free member, but it's not going to give you the power of SoCool that I just showed you. So Phil came up with a really interesting idea. The best bang for your buck. There are lots of membership levels. If you're new, I wouldn't even bother going to the what we call the bronze membership, which is $9.95 a month. And I'll tell you why. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you into these main posting boxes, and it doesn't get you the emailer. So what Phil put together, I think this is the right link. Let's see. Okay. Our silver membership is the reason we're doing this for silver members now is because it's really inexpensive advertising. It's $197 a year, not a month. It's $197 a year. But in the members area, it's actually $297 a year. So we're giving you the one-time offer link. And when you become a silver member, it comes with 7.5 million tokens. And you can see just from the little we did today that those tokens enables you to make a nice big offer like 50,000 tokens or 100,000 tokens and build your followers really, really fast. But in addition, tonight, we're going to do something that we never did with the silver membership. And that is, if you sign up and take the silver deal, we are going to actually add to your account right from the get-go 250 targeted. Let me emphasize that. When you signed up, let's say you signed up and your first interest was marketing and your second interest was blogging and your third interest was maybe coaching. So you remember you signed up checking 3 boxes of some categories that you were interested in. We are going to take 250 members and we are going to divide it into your top 2 signups and give you 250 targeted followers, which right there is worth more than the silver membership itself. The silver membership, and you can read about it if you click on this silver deal, this is what you missed when you signed up to SoCool, because this is our one-time offer. And in the members area, if you go to upgrade, this membership is $297 a year. So this will let you take a silver membership and do everything I was doing tonight. And it will also give you, this will give you a summary. You can go read everything you get as a silver member. And additionally, you're going to get 250 targeted trackers right out of the box, which isn't listed here. And this will give you a summary of what you get. You can post on CoolWall, just like I did to the 1.4, to all of the 86 social media sites. You can email, which is what I was showing you today. We build you a list on autopilot, but instead of starting with 10,000 tokens, you're going to start with 7.5 million. It's a big difference in the quickness of your list growing. So if you can swing it, you really want to use SoCool. I start my day at SoCool every day, and some of you know me know I'm on the leaders list of many boards around the around the neck, that too. But the way I get there is, even though we have large lists, but it's SoCool that's the most valuable part of my advertising every single day. So keep this in mind, because those targeted trackers are going to be very hard for anyone to come by, especially if you're new on the net. So this is a very good deal and really worth your while to take it. So that I want to stop now, because I want Phil just to take a few minutes and get your feedback about something that we're about to do. It's not right around the corner because this is a bit of complicated programming, but I'm going to put Phil on to tell you a little bit about what we call SoCool for Business and get your input. Okay, hang on.
Okay, guys, this is one of the things that we're thinking about doing, and we've already started laying out the roadmap for it, and that is a thing called SoCool for Business. And basically what we're looking at making this part of SoCool for is as a concierge service. You know when you go into a hotel, and the concierge, meets you at the, especially if you've got one of the elite rooms and that, the concierge meets you, or you can go down and talk to them and they'll recommend restaurants and all of this kind of stuff. So basically what we're looking at doing is a completely all done for you service, where a business owner or a person who is running a website in a very, very highly targeted niche would come in and they would put up their website, they would put up all their information and everything. They would select from a range of different little packages that they could join up at, and their posting would be done for them, their emailing would be done for them, their SEO marketing would be done for them. Basically it's a total hands-off type arrangement for the business owners. Because let's face it, most business owners are very, very busy like us, and they'd rather be concentrating on what they do well rather than having to worry about the marketing and having to worry about the advertising and having to worry about all kinds of things that really don't concern their business in a direct day-to-day method. So that's basically what we're thinking about doing. And the question that we have for you guys is, if you're running your own business, or if you were going to run your own business, what kinds of things would you like to see in there, in these packages? What kind of services would you like yourself to make it totally hands-off so you could focus on what you do best, and that is running your own business? So if you can give me a little bit of feedback in the questions and answers box, or somebody wants got a mic and they want to put their hand up and ask the question, Jane will answer that for you now.
Okay, I never know if the hand up is from before or now. So if you have a mic and you want to say hello or ask a question about SoCool or give Phil some feedback, okay, so if somebody has a mic and would like to give us your feedback online, and you don't have to directly answer Phil's questions, but we thought it would be interesting to get some of your thoughts on this. Just let us know, or let Phil know through the chat box that you would like to say hello, or you can ask questions through the chat box. And I'm going to take one moment of personal privilege here and say hello to somebody, Gabriella Darko. Hi, Gabriella. It's great to see you here. I just want to let you know that special package that you got the other day, we set it all up for you, except for the site Credit Ads Depot, which you need to send me. You need to sign up to Credit Ads Depot and send me your username. Sorry, guys. It's just, I don't know if my email was getting through to Gabriella, and I just wanted to make sure she knew. So, does Colleen have hang on. Colleen, can you hear me? How are you? Do you have a mic? I see your hand up, so I just unmuted you. If you have a mic, say hi. I'm not sure she has a mic on. If you have a mic and you want to talk, just let Phil know and I'll unmute you. And you're welcome to ask us anything you like. Oh, look, guys, look what you did. The thunder and lightning stopped. It's because you're... Okay, Frank has his hand. Hey, Frank, how are you? You got a mic? Nobody's got a headset on or a mic. Or maybe Frank's not talking to me because we're about to ban him from CoolWall. Just kidding, Frank. We are going to ban you because I got to get the link off there. We'll unban you, too. Anyway, you can also email us. You can email Phil if you come up with some ideas about this new business site, which has some really interesting possibilities. Because even if you don't have your own business, you are going to be able to take this new site and go to businesses that you may know in your area or even online and say to them, especially those of you who know SoCool well, and say to them, guys, I can do your posting for you. I can take all of your advertising off your hand. I can build you a targeted list, which you can do at SoCool. I can build you a targeted list of everyone who's interested in automobiles or golf or uh, restaurants, whatever, food. You can tell I'm getting hungry, but so you will be able to actually offer this service to people that you know in business and do the work for them. Obviously, you're going to have to charge them for it, but this can have some great possibilities. So any input that you do, you want to give them your email address, Phil? Okay, so I'm going to type Phil's email address here. It's jpeorders@gmail.com. And if you want to email him with any suggestions or things that you would like to see, we're all ears, because this is a new venture and we always love your input. So I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. And if you want to take advantage, I can't leave this 250 trackers on the table for long. So if you're interested in upgrading to the silver membership, don't go into the members area to upgrade. Use this special pay link that we gave you in over here. Use this special pay link, because that's the 197. You will not show as a silver member. Uncheck him. All right, wait, let me just finish my sentence. You will not show as a silver member until I manually upgrade you, because this is a manual upgrade. So don't panic if you pay and you still show free. If I've gone to bed, you will be upgraded first thing in the morning. We'll add your trackers, and we'll also add the 7.5 million Soens. Okay, where's Frank? Hang on, Frank, I'm coming. Oh, I got him. Hey, how are ya? I can't hear you. Are you talking? I never knew Frank to be at a loss for words, so I must not be hearing him. Is it? I unmuted? I did. I unmuted him. Wait, I'm putting Phil on. Maybe he can. I don't know. We're having a technical problem at this end, because I can't hear a word you're saying. Yeah, no, he's unmuted. Anyway, we're gonna.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh,
wait a minute. I think I'm here. Jane, Mark, how are you?
How are you? You're here now. I definitely recognize the voice.
Very, very awesome. Hey, I just want to tell everybody that's on this call what an incredible pair you two make. You guys know the advertising industry like nobody else that I know. And I just want to suggest that people on this call hang on to every single word that Jane said tonight, because you are a very, very awesome friend, and you know your stuff.
You are such a love, Frank. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. But we live, breathe, and eat advertising, so I hope after 13 years we know a little bit about it.
Oh, you bet. Hey, Jane, I'm going to call you tomorrow if that's okay. I want to talk to you a little bit more, too, about some things. But very awesome. I wish I'd been more involved in SoCool. I logged onto this webinar because I really wanted to learn more about it, and you've really got me jacked up.
Yeah, well, you got to go in and use it every day, because it really works. So
every day, very awesome.
All right, well, thank you, and I'll talk to you, Frank, tomorrow, and you guys have a really great evening, and thanks so much for coming, and our door is always open, so don't be shy. You can always get in touch with us. We'll see you soon.